this is where when we were walking back,
Yeah.
I think these are where the trucks go.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know what they go to or where they lead, because this is the second bridge. So now we have to keep going. We have to go 1.1 miles. I started my watch a little bit late, and of course it's not even tracking distance, even though I'm off GPS. That's brilliant. But we've been walking 10 minutes, so we got to be getting relatively not super far. And then this is where Avery and I went in, and like I said, we didn't go very far.
This is where you and I and Aiden, or is this the next one?
No, me and this is where you and I came out.
Oh yeah.
And then this is where Avery and I went in. We went in and to the right, probably only not far because it gets deeper. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. We'll go up and through the woods. We crossed back over the trail. We went down and then we cycled back up and we ended up going in where you and I came out and came up. And then we walked from here all the way back to the bridge where we parked, as far as we could go. Yeah, but
Not very navigable.
no, and there were a couple spots where you couldn't navigate at all. You had to get off trail, or you had to get onto the trail, walk down some, find a spot, then go in, and then you could kind of meander through a little bit, but you were stonewalled in pretty much, 4 feet. Because some of these, like I said, especially down this way, but this one has a shit ton of metal.
I know. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff down there, because this is where, I think, my understanding is that this is where like hobo camps were. There's
See,
all that down there.
oh, I know. And but what's is okay, that's plastic. I was gonna say, we looked at all that stuff, but I was looking at it back that way some, and it looked like it was down some. But we're gonna keep going until we hit the Trestles Bridge, and then supposedly there is masonry.
Sorry to keep interrupting you.
No.
The Trestles bridges, you can't get to that by car, right?
No, you have to walk in.
Okay.
This is the closest access point to it. Oh, it's definitely up.
Look at that.
Yeah, Avery and I were on this last time. Right here.
Yeah.
This is where I slid down in the video. Oh, it's definitely up, and it's moving pretty good. This side's down though. That rock down there, the way it had some bubbles around it, looked kind of like a piece of glass, but
Yeah, is that a rock, or is that, one thing that we need to start looking for too is like stonemasonry.
yes.
Like pot, like
Yes.
pots.
Like the pottery stuff.
Yeah.
See, because that was where, when you and I came up, we saw all that metal. So now, past this, probably, well, Avery and I never touched the trail past this point. We scoped right here. We came along the side and we're looking. So now, essentially, all this is new.
New territory.
We came from up that way and down. And this is where, back that way some, is where we saw all of them deer.
Yeah.
But now that's interesting though. Why would the water be up? It did rain 2 days ago, right?
Well, it rained
Was it last night?
it rained definitely 2 nights ago, and it was a steady drizzle.
Okay, then that's, well, yeah, because remember where this comes from.
Broad.
Well, yeah, but then so high up too, because it actually, the main connects into, North Carolina
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So, oh look, big pieces of metal right there, and something, can't tell what that is. Oh, I was down there on that side. Okay, this is about where we found the tennis ball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we had to come up because it started to get deep, and in this, I'd say roughly probably about right in here somewhere is where we cut over and then just went up.
Okay. No, I must say, I hope this is, are you recording right now?
Because see, these are interesting because there's some of the big railroad ties all down the side. This would be another interesting area to look. No. This is
we past the point that
yes, we came in that gully, but remember, we weren't up here.
Where's the line of new stuff?
All of this is new.
Oh, look at that.
What, the drop?
That f***ing tree.
Oh yeah.
Look at that tree.
Yeah.
It looks like the tree from The Last Unicorn. Where she's got the big
Yeah.
roots. Do you know
Yeah.
this?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, no, all of this here, new. Every bit of this.
That was really interesting.
Oh, look at this one. Oh, look.
Can we do a
There's a fucking there's a railroad tie.
Can we go? Is there any way to do a breakout? Well, I want to do a breakout.
Not yet. Save it for the way back.
Okay.
We got to save. We got to conserve because we don't know what we're gonna find when we get up here, and what's gonna happen.
Please.
Boo.
Right up there. You see that?
What? I see a little spot.
Yeah.
Talking about right in there.
See that in the shiny object? Okay.
Because what's gonna happen is we'll get sidetracked, and the next thing you know, we're 2 hours deep, and we're like no closer to where we're moving. But we can come back because I know this spot. So we just go look for this down tree right here.
Yeah.
There, we'll have a visual because there is a lot of shit.
This to me is. This feels like. What do you call it? Privy.
Yeah.
Privy like.
Yeah, but see, it's like, so if we were to look at the sense of a privy, right? Like, I don't know if.
And yeah.
But I mean, I got what you're saying, like totally, like where you would see, you know, thrown about.
Yeah.
Because this is like a prime spot, because especially since this is portions of the, but see, I don't understand it. How is this portions of the old railroad, but the rest of this not? There's obviously other sections like Alston, and those are true portions.
Yeah.
But this is one of the original sections from 1858.
Yeah, this is an original railroad.
Yeah.
But they had to
Inundated. See this? Now, this is where I could see along the sides, potentially finding something buried under the leaves.
Oh, you mean the hill?
Yeah, like straight along the sides here?
You'd have to dig because, you know, you got to remember, why are these mounds?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
At the start of the railroad.
See what
That makes sense, right?
No, it makes sense. What sucks is there's so many leaves. And this is the one thing you could do is you just sit here and start moving all this shit.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm only talking about once, you know, like post all that. So like once the railroad started coming through, you would assume that this would be a good trap, unless you're able to chuck it up and over the hill.
Yeah.
This could essentially be like a natural catch for things that were thrown off, or
yeah, the here and there.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Or things that were just, you know, magically fell off.
Of more like, I'm thinking of the higher yield ones.
Yeah, no.
Like, you know, there was inhabitation.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
where.
well, what I'd like to do is interrupt you. I just fuck with you.
Go ahead.
Habitation.
Go ahead.
No,
I don't-
I was listening. No, I don't want to.
I don't remember anyway.
We were talking habitation. I genuinely didn't mean to cut you off. I get so
know.
excited.
I know we both do. Equally.
What I was going to say is, depending on... oh, we should go out there. That would be fun as hell.
With the f***ing wasp.
I just want to roll back down.
The wasp.
The wasps. The snaps.
That makes you wonder though, like what is over there?
Well, yeah, it seems like we've gotten deeper and deeper into the landscape now as these have gotten higher and higher. But depending on where this comes in, what I think we can do is scoot. If this brings us in off of hopefully, maybe, we could scoot to the right and essentially try and trace it back all the way up to the original bridge where we came out the first time as a potential. See, now this is, I think, ideal to what you're talking about.
Yes.
This is all low color.
Hey, are you sure we can't stop for a sec?
No, I mean we can, but let's figure out which side would be. This is creek side, so I think if we're going to ideally take one side, we need to take creek side, because then we can walk down.
There's the bridge.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go. Gotten so good at just navigate. Oh, found one already. It's a bigger Gatorade. 83.
Okay. What we can do is like we can sew them, you know, like.
Well, here,
So that we know.
I'm going to carry this one with me because, at least just for now, at least it's one piece. But this, see, this is interesting though. This one's right off the trail. So this means someone most likely back in that time just chucked it. Yeah, pretty cool. Another Gatorade with lid. Looks like, I'm not sure on that bottom mark. Looks like we got 89.43. Hard to see, I know. And then whatever's at the top, looks like IB, or maybe just B, script B. First one, another Budweiser, as always. Just kind of make you wonder. That's barbed wire. Oh wow.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I love the like how historic it was. So this area here is kind of cool because it's like obviously. Do you see anything under it?
Huh? To get back to the creek. So, I think it was a rock. Looks like right there, yeah. Well, we can go up back to the trail and then hit the bridge, or we can just skirt down the side the entire time.
On personal property, like usually personal property, right?
Well, yeah, and at the time, though, I think it would have been considered personal property because the railroads owned it. And then, or whoever is handling the trail, they're the ones that essentially own it now. So I don't know.
So this feels like something different entirely. Like it just feels like it really like plain. Look how plain it like. Look how
I know, very much curious as to what this stuff was. Didn't even see this. Barbed wire though here. Oh, and look at all the thorns that are protecting it. Like you're not coming in here. Interesting. This hole and this hole. You see these two? Creature hideout? This one and that one. Careful. So that would just cut through the other.
Can you step on that? Yeah.
And just chop some of this crap out of here. What?
It's just like it's really bad.
Water?
Well, no, it looked like it was soot.
Oh. That's pretty cool. And it's just, you see in those glitter, yeah, fleck. Okay. Now this is where you're supposed to be able to see this original masonry.
Okay.
According to everything I read. So it said, come down the bridge and basically look around, because this is where, quote unquote, people would be dropping things. Ow.
You're like, last time I checked, you're 10 years older than me. Yes, and that's why he was never leaving. Yeah, it was so irresponsible.
Hey, you come check out these bones up here. Pretty sure. I don't know if, well, maybe deer bones, like ribs. They're pretty broad. At least you would think. Huh?
Yeah. That's a hip.
Yeah. Oh, look, that's vertebrae.
Yeah, that's the sacrum.
Looks like the sacrum. Looks like there's another piece here. Felt so weird. So I'm trying to figure out where it said there should be the original stone though, because I don't see that.
It might be in there.
Oh, that's true. This looks rather deep. Oh yeah, yeah. Is this? I would assume. Yeah, it's got some. Definitely got some depth.
Yeah. It's definitely murkier.
Yeah. Well, I say, if anything, regardless, we should coast it.
Yeah.
And come up. But let's see what it is.
I'm gonna jump down here.
Yeah, this is.
Is it like, where are we in proximity to like where the original mouth feeds it?
We're actually in a near intersection with and a pond.
A pond?
Yeah, we're actually almost to campsite,
Okay.
and then the final.
I see a bottle. I think, is that a bottle? That might be plastic.
Where
The green? So it looks like it might be plastic
is it? In the water or on the edge?
on the side.
Well, you know what we can do? Hop up and go around. See, now I wonder if in this spot, like if in this spot right here, like if, because this is all relatively soft sand. Yeah.
That's the original.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, you wonder if you were to go down just a little bit. Well, I mean, look, here's stone, but you also think about it too, is it's like they could chuck it, you know, potentially right down here in the front. Damn, why does this open up so thick? I mean, this is pretty large. Oh, that does look like plastic. That looks too new. Guess what? It's not even a bottle. It's a piece of paper. Yeah, look.
Oh, interesting.
I say we scoot up and skirt it until it starts to clean out. I mean, I'd truly love to know how deep this is, but it is so incredibly murky. This will take us back to the original second bridge, but this is a lot of area to cover back.
Okay. I'm just trying to think here, like, because the water's flowing this way.
Yes, the water would flow this way.
Okay.
Which is good, actually, for some of these places where we see some down stuff.
Is that?
Well, because it would be floating downhill, and if there's areas where it's, for instance, more shallow, and there's a large collection of trees or whatever, it may get stuck up behind them, heading down.
Are we going to go up?
Yeah, I'm going to go up this way and then kind of, because there's no way I can navigate that. Well, they definitely made it seem like there was more, you know, I'm sure at one point there was more stone.
Well, and then probably when it's not full.
Yeah. Oops. My hand was in my pocket and I couldn't save that one. See, because even this could have potentially been used.
Oh, yeah. So this is like bamboo.
Oh, dude, there's just so much of this bamboo. Oh, yeah, I've had a few bits of fun navigating those thick fortresses of bamboo. That is just a mass, too. Holy cow. Oh, baby. You gotta hear this. You gotta hear this. Jeez. What happened? Yeah, they're pretty gnarly. You need some help? Hang on. Come this way. If you can. I know, until you're in them. Come right through here. You can shimmy right through this little hole, and then you'll be a little bit more in the clear. And yes, they're f***ing terrible.
I think I got me. I'm bleeding. Sure.
Come right through here. And then just kind of follow. Watch it, because you got some right there, and those are those weird thorns, and you got some over here to the right, and then just stay straight. Watch the low, because there's some down right there, and just listen to this dam. So what I'm assuming is back that way there was a lot more volume of water, and as you can see here, it starts to shallow down.
That's man-made, right?
I mean, it's a possibility, or this is storm-made.
That's wild. That's masonry.
Where?
Is that masonry?
I don't know. I'm
On
not
the
sure. It looks like it's just leaves all down below.
I don't think so, hon. Oh, I got
But look,
nailed.
so this would be another good spot to look too. You okay?
Yeah, it just got me.
I know. That's kind of why I started wearing these pants instead. That's one of those little nuts. I mean, because these are just strange to be out here. When the bridge is way over there, there's two there, two here. So, but it does look like it starts to shallow out a little bit. I mean, granted, this is still pretty deep here, but it's getting, we're heading in the right direction. Not yet.
Yeah.
It'll still be too deep for us to get in there at that point.
Oh, that's a vine.
Yeah, look at this one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the same one, yeah. So if I spot thorns, I'll point them out. Normally they like the bamboo, and I'll try and step on some of the shit and push it down.
What's up?
What'd you find? Oh, how'd you spot that? Look at you, girl. Well, we got a seam that... See, now this is kind of where I have trouble. Okay, this seam goes all the way up.
Okay. It says...
And it says all we've got here is 39 as an identifier. I don't even see... But that mark, the suction mark...
Yeah, it's a suction mark. And...
But that piece definitely goes all the way up to the neck and through the threads. It's just very faint, very hard to see.
Yeah, but it does have...
A weird thing on the bottom.
39B, BP, with like, I've never seen that before.
I didn't even think about looking at that. The heel. What's inside of it?
Probably a snail.
Still got a lid on it? Oh no.
9010, no refill, or no
return.
refill. Do you think we should hold on to it, or?
I mean, it's up to you. What happens when you got all this crap in your way? That's why I'm like, I got a feeling we're overlooking shit.
An ACL for sure.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. White.
Oh yeah. It looks like a Michelob Ultra.
Oh.
Which those seem to be extremely, extremely dominant out here. It's up to you, boo-boo, if you want to keep her, or at least we hold on to it until we get further. It's your call. What do you think?
No, I think if we can leave it.
Okay.
I want to take a picture though first. Yeah, who's firing fucking automatic? Is that an automatic, or is that like
It sounds semi-auto.
I'm definitely bleeding. I can feel it. It's like wet. Here's my camera.
Here.
Can you look it up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a break anyway.
Saying 67.
Okay.
Saying, looking at the heel, the bottom edge of the bottle in your first and fifth images, there are two sets of numbers. On the right side of the heel, you can see 67. In the glass industry during this era, the right-hand number on the heel or base is almost always a 2-digit date code. Key identifying features: no refill, not to be refilled. This marking became standard on one-way or throwaway beer bottles starting in the late 1950s and peaking in the 1960s. Before this, most beer bottles were heavy glass meant to be returned for a deposit. And then stippling. The dots or stippling on the bottom and heel were designed to prevent the hot glass from suctioning to the conveyor belts during the cooling process. This texture is hallmark of machine-made bottles from the 1940s onwards. And then the 39 on the base, most likely a mold number or plant code. So it's saying roughly 1967. And I didn't see any logo for manufacturer.
Yeah, it's not quite worth it, but cool to know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so not only is it good to know, but then it's relative, because if that's a 1967 and we're finding it over here, like...
That's like, there was activity.
That means that there was activity in this area or somewhere, well, because that wasn't even really...
It wasn't even...
This was the depression, right? Just like right here, or this one?
No, it was back there.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because we walked forward just a little bit. So yeah, I mean, that's, and you know, we're not super far off from, but we're off. Okay, we got another dam coming up, and then there's a spot where we can go down. So actually, it looks like it clears out of the bamboo here in just a minute too. I love it, because the one thing Avery's been learning is she, like, at first, you know, she would stay real close to me, and she'd realize she was getting thwarted in the face, and now she's like actually keeping distance. This could be another good area. It's not far off the beaten path. And relative to water, there are some thorns right here.
So we're going down there?
We gotta go forward a little bit more and then onto our left. There's another little dam that looks like it kind of thins out the water. And so actually, if you look at this little channel right here, this is probably gonna lead, actually, let's just go that way.
Okay.
Thank you. See, deer have been coming through here. Ugh, that's muddy. Yeah, that is mud. Oh yeah, I caught myself. I may have squished my testicles in the process though.
I'm gonna go right here.
Okay, well just be careful, because it is all straight mud, like underneath this. And thorns. Spot for a hole. Thank you. So this essentially go nowhere?
Oh, this is just
yeah.
The overflow.
Okay, yeah.
Look at all this sand.
So our spot is just up here. Just here, this dam right here. It's just where this fallen tree is.
I think you should scout a little bit, right? Like,
oh yeah, I was gonna scout from here, because you still can't see the depth in that. Which, because see, and this is that dirt you're talking about. Yeah, see, there's a little spot right here. That's a good sized rock right there. The good size. You see that rock?
yeah. And some metal.
Is there?
Yeah.
We'll go check it out?
Yeah.
Or you want to go this way?
This is, well, it's an impossible to.
I know. And I'm always drawn toward, pretty sure. I'll wait to go until you're booted up. I know. Oh. Is that?
That's something.
Uh-huh. I ain't got the balance in any of this. I'd darn fall down. I done have.
I got the wrong boot.
I done have to sit on my butt.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Was the top of a mason jar. What is that?
Is it rubber?
It's rubber. Almost looks like a shoe. That's one thing we found a lot of was old people's shoes. Like old shoes. Yeah, it's way off though. I didn't hear it recently, no. I kind of want to go check that out. Oh. Plastic.